Hi again guys, so welcome to video 2 on sleep. I'm Rosairo for Sweatshop Fitness. Today we're going to talk about the 4 negative side effects of bad sleep. Okay, so sleep, like I said in the first video, is non-negotiable. Okay, minimum 7 to 9 hours sleep every night for a healthy brain and mind and body. So yet 50% of our clients aren't getting that even when they start with us. Okay, 80% of our clients are women, and about 30% of them have some kind of sleep disorder and they try to pack it in. So we're trying to work with a sleep therapy right now with a few of our clients, and here I'm going to talk about the 4 negative side effects of bad sleep. So cutting down regularly on sleep increases your risk of chronic health conditions which lead to non-communicable disease, NCDs, which we always talk about. So number 1 is obesity, diabetes, mood disorders, and high blood pressure and other heart disease. So it's so important for your overall health that you'll notice significant effects just after one night of less than 6 hours of sleep. Okay, if I have bad sleep, I have this drugged out, very dehydrated feeling, as if I'm kind of hungover kind of feeling. Okay, it only takes one night. So I'll tell you why it just takes only one night. So if you, this is based on what we spoke about earlier on your circadian rhythm. It's an internal 24-hour clock that it cycles between sleepiness and alertness, so at a regular interval. Okay, so this is also called, some people call it the sleep-wake cycle. Okay, so the circadian rhythms have a hand in all of your body's functions, from the brain right down to your cells. Okay, so specifically your circadian rhythm helps your body regulate chemicals and body systems. Okay, if you take the endocrine system is a classic example, how it affects diabetes and mood enhancers. Then your cardiovascular system, where it affects your heart, high blood pressure and cardiovascular complications, for example. Okay, so obesity will include so many other body systems that work in conjunction with each other. Okay, so from the immune system to your metabolism, so when you can be active, when you need to be, all that is affected. So you need to drag yourself out of bed, or drag yourself out of a chair, or drag yourself to do something very simple. Okay, if you interrupt your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, this thing can snowball until you get the sleep you need. So it's going to get worse. Okay, the only way to do it is actually getting sleep. That's the only way to solve this problem. The points which I'm going to talk about mainly are less focus. So you remember how hard it was to concentrate during class, if you were at uni or doing your MBA after late night, it was very hard to stay up and concentrate. So sleep is a time when memories reactivate, the connections between the brain cells, they fortify, and information is getting transferred from short-term to long-term memory. Okay, so without a good night's sleep, like we spoke about in the first video, our brain doesn't restore energy. So this can affect the way you retain information and your concentration on these small tasks, and your memory are affected. Okay, so expect to struggle with focus on low sleep days, and also, like I said earlier, be very careful. Okay, lack of focus can make you end up with an accident. Okay, it can be big or small. Okay, so depending on things like driving, it can be a big accident. It can be very dangerous. Okay, also if you're caring for someone, if you're operating machinery, things like that, it can be even dangerous to yourself and others. And the second point is irritability. It's the lack of sleep, and therefore focus is lost, sleep is lost, and then it intensifies into stress for some people. Okay, so making you more likely to be snappy or angry or moody. So tasks or situations can normally handle just easy things. So for example, if you spill some coffee at work, okay, or getting a call when you're in a last minute meeting, or even somebody asking you a question or asking you for something like stationery, some people become really irritable or angry because your brain is exhausted. So that way you have less patience for small distractions, and even a small distraction can becoming a very annoying thing in daily life. Okay, so the third Point is lower immunity. This is very important. It is very, very common. The less sleep you have, it can actually be like a global pandemic, like corona. So when you're sleep deprived, your body produces necessary chemicals, which I spoke about in the first video, and that signal to your immune system of how to react to infection, inflammation and other conditions is barred. And your immune system response depends on your wake up time also. So as well as the time you spend on NREM, or non-rapid eye movement, known as the slow sleep, which we spoke about in the first video, and REM, or rapid eye movement. So the amount of time you spend in REM and NREM, it's a response to your immune system. So if you don't get enough time in these stages, you'll compromise your body's ability to fight off illness and build immunity. Okay. The other one which we talk about, the body systems, is disrupted hormones. The lack of sleep can cause chaos when it comes to these hormones. Okay, in the endocrine system, stress hormones, cortisol, things like that can increase. There is also the I think ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone. So more stress leads to more eating. Okay, I don't need to tell that. Most of us know that stress can actually be one of the factors for you eating, overeating, especially things like sweet, stress buster foods. In fact, a study in February this year from the Journal of American Heart Association reveals that women are more likely to overdo it on sugar, unhealthy saturated fats when they're sleep deprived. So you probably will have more sugar in your coffee the day you have bad sleep the next morning. Okay, so this can sometimes add up to an extra 500 to even 800 calories on average. Okay, so one day of that may not have long-term effects if you're regularly hitting the gym or working out, walking, swimming, cycling. But if you don't prioritize good sleep, all these unhealthy calories add up over time, obviously, right? And then it increases your risk of heart disease and obesity. So that's why I was talking about heart disease and obesity, and this is the connection. So if you had a bad night's sleep, first, don't panic. The best thing to do is a nap, if possible. A small nap, and just head to bed early the next night. So make sure you're going to cover it up. Remember that you can't cover it up lots of days after. Try and cover it up within the next day. Okay, so if you decide to take a nap, try to limit yourself to 20 to 30 minutes. This really works well for me. This way you score a short-term boost in alertness without interfering with your next night of sleep. Okay, so to avoid bad nights in the future, practice good sleep habits like reducing your bright light exposure, which we spoke about in the evening, especially from things like phone, using your bed for sleep only, avoid heavy meals before bedtime, and if you can, practice meditation, yoga or breathing exercises. They really work. So breathing exercises, I will do a video on that. It's very, very easy, and you kind of keep your focus on that. And let's hope that if you have a disorder, you can also come and help us. Exercise usually works. We hope to see you soon at our next session. Because join us and try out one of our free sessions, and I'll see you soon. I'm Rosairo for Sweatshop Fitness.